Pass complete. Number 20, Kane Smart. Move chain for the Rebels. They started from their 40-yard line. Rebels against Marksville. Pass complete. Number 6, that's Kel Phillips for the Rebels. Meanwhile, pass pace on the other side. Other end of the field. It's Red River in there, no huddle offense. Tigers are into the backfield, led by number 3 on the Tiger defense. Smith pass incomplete. In the middle of the end zone. Cutter's pass complete. Number 12, Preston Coburn in for the Rebels score. Pass complete to number 80 over here for Red River. Caught in traffic. Smith's pass to number 12, Preston Coburn. Complete. Move the chains for the Rebels. Good second effort after the catch. Say hello to number 9, Altavis McGraw. Rebel touchdown. pass complete. Quick six. Kim Myron Phillips. Correction. Number 9, Altavis McQuarn. Both ends of the field now are team switch. Offense and defense. Each from the 40-yard line. Number 1, New Iberia. He'll pick up the first down. Pass complete. Zaylen Bertolon, number 13 there for the Rebels. That pass hits a tad long, defended back there by number 7, Micah Roberts for the Rebels. On the far end, complete inside the 10-yard line. goes to Rebels. The effort will stop. Amongst them, big number 0, Gerald Tatum. In the middle for the Rebel defense. The far end, New Iberia down inside the 1-yard line. The Yellow Jackets in for the score. Up the middle. There for the Rebels, among others, number 40, Constantine Page. Now Red River in their red zone offense. Pass complete for Marksville. Michael Roberts, first Rebel there. Elijah Porter comes back to finish him off. our full field live scrimmage. And now the Rebel offense will come back out and work for the 40-yard line. Make that to 20. Red zone offense. Now for the Rebels. Caleb Coleman, he's running, he's able to get the ball off. It'll go incomplete outside the corner of the end zone. Intended for Preston Coburn.
And welcome.
Rebels will see their first action Friday
Check.
night, August 28th, the annual Pineville Jamboree, as the Rebels welcome the Buckeye Panthers and the Peabody Warhorses.
And there you go. Welcome in, folks, to the 2026 spring game out here. It is at Louisiana Christian University. The 4 teams involved in this tonight, and I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports. Delighted to have you on board with us this season for Pineville High School football. I will not be doing the games during the season. We'll have a full broadcast crew in there for you, but wanted to come out here and be a part of the opening night. We've got Red River, we've got Marksville coming up. They'll play a 16-minute quarter on there, and then it will be Pineville and New Iberia Senior High, and we've watched some of their varsity, or some of their freshmen, some of their JV, and some of their varsity playing as well. But we will be getting ready to get underway here momentarily. Again, it is no kickoffs in there. Let me see if we can get the specifics of what that is going to be. Of course, we've got spring football coming up for you Saturday as well, as Alexandria welcomes in St. Aug, and that one should be a good one. That is 4 o'clock. We'll cover that for you. We'll also have the senior all-star games for softball this Saturday. That'll be at 2 and at 4, so you'll be able to catch all of that. A lot going on. Make sure you follow and subscribe into what's going on, and you'll be able to keep up with all that we are doing. Let's get back to this scrimmage format. Ball will start on the 25-yard line, it says, when they do it. No kicking game, plus 30 if they elect to punt. You get 30 yards from where you are. Extra points are allowed. Turnovers are alive, and there is one 60-second timeout that is involved in this. They'll flip the coin, and that'll say who gets the ball and who doesn't, but they'll get going from there. This first one is Marksville and Red River. We do not have rosters for 3 of the teams. The only roster that we have tonight is from Pineville, and we appreciate Coach Justin Charles and Randy James, the voice of the Pineville Rebels and the LCU Wildcats. And so, man, settle in. This is the first year that we have done spring football, and delighted that you could be a part of it tonight. There won't be a lot of play-by-play in this first game, but we'll keep you up to date on it. We're working on some things here as well, our replays, and still we'll have the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard going on. I don't think that they keep the score in this one, but we'll keep that along. Leave us a comment down there and let us know where you're watching from or who you're cheering for. But you could find high school football all throughout the area right here on 446 Sports. Some of the teams that we cover: St. Mary's, we cover Buckeye, we cover Pineville now this year, back on board with the Rebels, and of course the Trojans of Alexandria Senior High, the Eagles of Menard, and the Rebels of Turlings Catholic down in Lafayette. So we go from Natchitoches to Lafayette through all of this, and delighted that you chose to be a part of this. We do about 400 sports broadcasts throughout the year. Marksville and their offense.
And a correction real quick.
Correction.
Concessions for sale are directly under the grandstand of the press box.
All right, they're making an announcement on that. We'll move over here and keep you posted on everything. Red River, who will come out, and they do like to throw the ball around a little bit. And it is Red River that will be going left to right in this one as we get things started off. They come out in a 2-receiver set, to the top, to the near side, and then throwing down the seam. That one is underthrown. Had a good shot at it there. Good arm, but just misses on that one. These guys have played a little bit tonight. This varsity has gotten some good reps in. They went from the 40, and then they did some red zone type of things. But very impressed with Red River and what they've done already. Of course, Marksville will be led by Bam Lavallee. Marksville fresh off of their basketball state championship. Coach Oakey and that group took care of business down in Lake Charles, rather. Handoff goes up the middle, and that Marksville defensive line is right there to make the stop. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8. And we'll keep that for you up here. They won't be down in distance on it. We're going to experiment with some of our instant replays on this, you'll see some of those worked in tonight as well. The snap is back. Good one-handed grab, but here comes Marksville's defense. And let's take an opportunity to look back at one of those. And, well, the snap is back. You'll see him come right off the side. But here comes that sack, and it'll be 4th down and 12. Now, if a team elects to punt, they'll take the ball 30 yards down the field. So if they did elect to punt, it would put it on about the 27 or so. I guess my math is not correct. I'm certain of it, but appreciate the crew that is on here with us. Jason Crooks is down on camera with us. Brett Stallsby is up on production tonight, and I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports. And again, delighted to be here with you as we look down towards the hill closest to English Village. That is where the Rebels and New Iberia Senior High, Nish, as you've seen them called a lot of times, NISH, are down on the far end, the hill side of it, and they will get things going. Don't know that they have. Oh, is it just dead on 15 then? Wow. Imagine that. I was looking down and said, well, I don't think the clock's running. And maybe it's not, but that's what we have. It's not. Marksville's offense will take over. And let's see, so the 35-yard line is where Marksville would get it from. We saw them last year have a pretty good season. Of course, 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near.
Also, 446 Sports on YouTube, Facebook.
1st down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Go the Tigers. And we'll keep the clock as best we can up here for you to give you an idea of it. Snap is back there. Handoff's going to go up the middle. Off to the left side. Cuts back inside and out of the 50 before brought down. And we'll get into Bulldog territory down to the 47-yard line. $14:47 remaining here in this one. And again, each team will get a timeout. Double duty from the public address announcer, Randy James. If you've been to a Pineville High School game or an LCU game, then you've heard him ask folks about their Rebel spirit and Wildcat spirit and all of those things. 1st down and 10 from the 47-yard line of the Bulldogs go the Tigers. They bring a man in motion and switch sides. Now we'll step in. Change things up. They settle in more from a 2-back set into the H-back off to the right-hand side. Handoff goes to the left side again. Good running room that way, banging forward to the 36-yard line.
That's number 4, the Marksville Tigers. And he'll move the chains, 1st down.
Again, remind you that Pineville and New Iberia are set to go following this one. And this will stay up on our Facebook, on our YouTube. We won't switch when they come in, so you won't need to look for a new feed or any of that. You'll simply have this from start to finish of both of those games. They got going about 5:30 with their freshmen and JV and different things like that, but that gives you an idea where you are here. Red River had the ball first. They went 3 and out, and it was good pressure by that Tiger defense. Now, taking a lot of time off the clock, down under 13 and a half minutes. Red River will run a player off and get another one on. A lot of time off the clock. Don't see a signal from one of the officials that are keeping it on the field. Now they'll roll the clock as they let them just adjust off of that. So we really don't know how much time is in there, but we'll get an idea for you. Snap is back here. Handoff goes up the middle. Left side, actually, again, they're running behind that big offensive line to the left side down to the 31-yard line. A pickup of 4 on the play. Make it 2nd down and 6. Give them 5 officially, so make it 2nd down and 5 on this one. Down to the 31, this Marksville Tiger offense taking time and just meticulously working their way down there. Quite the counter look to what Red River likes to do. Red River likes to run fast. They like to go quick. And they'll spread the ball and move it around. A lot of teams are going to that where they hurry to the line of scrimmage and then will make their adjustments. So it's kind of a no huddle. So you get your groupings in there that you want, and then we'll call the play out there based on the mismatches that they have. So the offense is there. 2 to the top stacked, 2 to the near side stacked, 1 lone receiver off to the left side, or running back. Snap throw is back over here to the near side. It complete. Going to spin around to the 21-yard line, and it's going to be enough for a first down. They'll give him 8 yards on that, and nearing the red zone. 11.5. I don't know if we have that one again. We can take a look at it one more time.
Oh, yes.
Off to the left side.
You'll see just that
running back. Quick hitter to the near side. As throw is back over here to the near side. It complete. Going to spin around to the 20 down there, and back to live action we go. Got to get a little stick and just and jab our instant replay guy who's doing. It looked like he's playing a piano over there. Back to pass now, going for it all. Got a man wide open, and that's going to be into the end zone for the first touchdown of the night. 22 yards to number 11, and that is the first touchdown for Marksville. Yeah, let's take a look at that one more time. Back to pass now, going for it all. Got a man wide open, and that's going to be into the end zone
the defender.
For the first touchdown. And we saw a little bit of that in the game as well. That'll put. Now they do let them go for extra points. You can kick in this if you want to, but Marksville is going to have first touchdown of the game. After this, while they're setting up, we'll look at it again as well. They are on to go for 2. But just a pretty pass had gotten behind the defender by 5 or 6 yards. They'll step up again in that H-back. This one's a kind of a quick fade to the corner, and it is incomplete and no good. So 6-0 is where it sits here. Roughly 10 minutes or so to go in this one. 6-0. Marksville leads this one. Let's take a look at that touchdown one more time. Behind the defender by 5 or 6 yards.
That's going to be the 2-point
step
conversion.
Up again,
Yeah,
and you'll have to hit that one and then hit the play button. Yep, you got to bring that over. So for the first touchdown, we'll let you look at it one more time here. It'll automatically
22 yards
back in to number 11, and that is the first touchdown for Marksville. Yeah, let's take a look at that one more time.
Back
to pass now, going for it all. Got a man wide open, and that's going to be into the end zone. Well, for the first time, and we saw you went for the knee, the knee. Just wide open. Got a man wide open, and that's going to be into the end zone. Go as Red River will now have it. We think somewhere around 10 minutes to go in their quarter. Red River again will go quicker. They've got receivers split to the top, to the near side. Going towards the inside receiver again. Good pressure on the quarterback, but in space and off and running now. He's going to go to the house. 20-10, they won't get him. That is one play, 65 yards, and that's the spacing, and that's the difference, and that's the way that Red River likes to play it. Let's take a look at it one more time. To the near side. You'll see good going towards the inside receiver again. Goes about 8 yards in the air, but in space and off and running now. He's going to go to the house. 20-10, they won't get him. That is one play. Good work on the instant replay yards, and that's the spacing. Great job. And that's by our crew here. And back to live action we will go. Marksville gives up one play. And now Red River an extra point away from taking the lead in this one. So you see just two very contrasting styles. On for the 2-point conversion. That's the fade again. Goes up in the air and just knocked away. Good defensive pressure. Let's see that one again. As you saw him just look like this jump ball, this 2-point conversion. That's going up for it again. Goes up in the air and just kept a hand in there. Good defensive pressure to knock that one away. So good work. We're tied at 6 in this one.
Marksville gets the ball back on their own 35-yard line. Again, concessions directly under the press box at the main grandstand here. Concessions directly under the press box.
Couple of touchdowns going on in this one. The slow, methodical way by Marksville. They marched down the field and got it done. And then Red River, who had already had it on their second possession now, they went 3 and out the first time, missed on the pass on the first one. That was the one that was underthrown. Then they came back and hit on that play to score and go 65 yards. It was an 8-yard pass and then goes to the house the other 57 yards on it. So 65 total on that one, in Marksville out for their second possession. Again, they found a lot of room off to the left side of that offensive line. Snap is back there, coming to the near side. Again, and that looks like what the plan is. That gives you, it sets up, though, it looks like, that opportunity to fake that handoff and then maybe just bootleg your quarterback out the other way. If you get everybody crashing to the side, which they have done, plays will set up future plays. And it's just, that's an opportunity there that you have situational plays that you're able to say, okay, if this happens, then we're going to set up that, and if that happens, then we're going to go and do this. And that's what we'll see if Marksville's working on a little bit, or if they just like to come and work this left side of the offense. Got 2 receivers to the top, a lone receiver now to the near side. They've got the 2 backs set in the backfield. They like to step up and run their H-back, and they do it again, move the running back from the left to the right. Snap is there, and off to the left side they go. And why would you not do that? They are finding something. That's an 8-yard pickup and just bruising off of that left side. It will be 3rd down and 1. Again, we are playing Red River and Marksville. Coming up next are the Rebels of Pineville and New Iberia Senior High. NISH. If you've seen that acronym, that's who they are. And they looked good. They looked big and they looked physical, like they want to slow things down and just bang around at you as well. 3rd down and 1 we go. Boy, showing blitz now is Red River. Marksville will step back into that same offense they've been running. This time they go off the right side, and they do find the 1st down. They don't get as much as they did from the left side of it, but they get enough to move the chains. Spring game going on down at Turlings tonight as well. Our man Eric Mouton, who will take that call, is down there getting some footage of it. And look, this is what we talked to you a little bit about. This is just Marksville bleeding the clock and taking time and not getting in a hurry. Appreciate those folks that have jumped in, whether you are on Facebook or on YouTube tonight. On our Roku channel. You can get there. If you got a Roku TV, just search the 446 Sports app and you can find us. 1st down and 10 for the Tigers from their own 46-yard line. Handoff to the right side. Not as much running room there, but a 3-yard pickup gets out to the 49-yard line. Second down and 7 out near midfield. The football rests near the center of that LC logo, that 2025 Sooner Athletic Conference champion LC Wildcats. There you go. You have to do that in it. They've been conference champions in 23 and 25. A lot of big things going on here at LCU. His head coach, Ben McLaughlin, and saw some of his assistant coaches down on the field today, out keeping an eye and letting the use of the stadium. So big shout out to the administration here for letting them use the field, as Pineville getting their new turf installed, and should be a great one and should be ready for the start of the season. 2 receivers to the near side are stacked. The 1 lone receiver goes to the far side, but they'll come out of the same play and move the H-back up. Handoff goes off to the right side. No, it's a play action. And they come back to the near side, dumped off again. 2 passes, 2 completions. Number 11's got them both. There is a clock stoppage. We're not sure what. They may be just coming over He's telling them, say, look, keep an eye on the umpire that's in the back of the field, that he will lift up his hand when you get close to the 10 seconds on there. I believe that's got to be the time. That'll give them an idea on what the play clock is looking like, so they can't just keep running off more time because there's not a play clock that is set up. We believe that's what it is. Number 3 is going to come out, and he has done such a good job. And I hate that we don't have names for these guys. Actually, it looked like a penalty has been marked off. So they'll be backed up to the 43-yard line for a delay of game, and he's telling them, hey, look at the guy. And that's what leads them to say to look at it. They'll start the clock rolling. He says, hey, look at the official back in the black hat, and he'll lift his hand up when there's 10 seconds to go, and that'll give you an idea as you come in. That's standard for it. 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Look for the quarterback draw out of this. Now he steps back. He'll step up in the pocket. I don't think it's a design draw. It zips that one off, but good defensive play there. And closing on that one. Let's take a look at the defense coming back up. We'll do that one more time. That'll give you an idea. So you saw the wide receivers that were spread out. A lot of times, 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. You'll be able to the quarterback draw out and just run it. He steps back. Did not want to. Maybe he had an opportunity to. I don't think it's a design draw. Zips that one off, but good defensive 12 yards in there. But beautiful defensive work there, knocking that one away. Clock stops with, we believe, around 5 minutes or so following that incompletion. But again, not sure how they're running it. 3rd down and 13. Line to gain is the 44-yard line of Red River. Marksville scrimmages from their own 43. And a timeout, illegal substitution, has been whistled against Marksville. And so that will back Marksville up even a little further than that. Expecting the lights ought to be making their way on pretty soon. Congratulations to the LCU baseball Wildcats. They made it to the championship game over in Georgia in the regional round before losing in that one, but made a great run at it. There's to the far side and running, being chased there. Throws it off his back foot, and that is complete. And that is probably one of the better throws that you'll see, and that shows you the strength of the arm, just getting behind the defense. Let's take a look at it one more time. Made a great run at it. You'll see him roll around far side and just throw it off his back foot. That's throws it off his back foot, and that is complete. And that is probably one of the better throws. Again, Marksville slowly. And that's how you want to defend this Red River team, is that you keep the ball away from them. And I don't, in this spring game, I don't think you're necessarily working that as much as you're working on your offense and the way that it's going to run slow and methodical out here. Again, leave us a comment down there and let us know where you're watching from. Keep it clean in the comments. You'll be blocked. We banned a lot of folks. Off to the right side they go behind that big offensive line. And back-to-back first downs for the Tigers. Out to the 27-yard line is where it'll go. Back-to-back Marksville Tiger first downs.
8-yard line.
Red River now, defense has been out there a long time. Their offense, only 4 plays in this game, 3 and out, and then the touchdown pass. So their time of possession is about a minute. Marksville's had it the rest of the way. Snap is back, handoff once again to 4. He tries the middle this time. And if it's not his 3rd first down in a row, it gets close, and it's not. They'll mark him with 9 yards in this one.
Just shy of the first down.
Rebels and New Iberia starting to get up and get loose once again. They will roll right into their game. There won't be a lot of time in between these two at all. 7:46 on your Wednesday night Happy hump day. Handoff to the first time to number 32. He goes off right side. And we'll pick up 7 or 8 on that one. And it's another first down. And inside the red zone go the Tigers. First trip inside the red zone as their touchdown from earlier was outside of the red zone. So the first trip inside, and they find themselves at the 13-yard line. First down at 10, Marksville. Receiver to the far side, and 3 receivers now to the near side. So a little bit of a different set for the Tigers. Showing off some of the different things that they do. They'll call that one high snap, and that's the only thing that has made the Tigers go backwards this time, and a good job just getting out of the pocket and throwing that ball away, and it goes down the hill. They'll run down and retrieve it and get a game ball back up here quickly. Very cozy confines here at Louisiana Christian University. Just off to the far side, you can see the blue that is there. That's the tennis courts, and you go down the hill to that. So this hill in Pineville that they speak of, you're right on top of it. Glad to be back with you for a full season of Pineville Rebels football. Kick things off in August, and the new turf at Sandy Canyon, the new scoreboard, the new coach has been there a couple of years, Justin Charles, and boy, you can tell this team just doing better and better along the way. I think the oldest thing there is their PA announcer, Andy James. To the near side goes the keeper. He's going to make his way, trying to get around the corner, and does. A little bit of a stiff arm there, and out at they'll mark him at the 10-yard line is where it goes. So officially a 3-yard pickup. Third down and 7 on this one. You remember on first down they threw it away. Boy, the time of possession has been completely dominated by Marksville in this. And you look at your Wallace High Associates scoreboard, and it's 6-6. We told you it was 2 very contrasting styles of offense. Red River would just as soon score in one play and get it done and hurry and go tempo and get down there as fast as they can. Marksville, the anti-hurry up. Out of this set, they like to walk up number 3 to the H-back, and they do that, and they'll swap the running back from right to left. Looks like we're going to have another delay of game. Dead ball. Illegal substitution again offensively. And unless he's calling that as a delay of game, it's a difference between the hands being crossed and down. Needless to say, 3rd and 13. So the 5-yard gain that was picked up has now been erased by this one. They can get a first down without getting into the end zone. Have to get down to the 4-yard line to do it. It is 3rd down and 12 from the 16-yard line. Snap is back. Near one had to be brought in again. Good pressure, or good time. Here comes some pressure. Rolling around, throwing this one off. It's going to be picked off in the end zone. Interceptions and turnovers are live. That comes all the way back to the 25-yard line. And so the defense, it seemed to be struggling there to get Marksville off the field. A couple of penalties. And let's take a look at that one more time. You'll see the pressure come off of the right side. Snap is back. As you look at the line of scrimmage. Again, good pressure, or good time. Here comes some pressure. Rolling around. Rolling around. This one off. It's going to be picked off in the end zone. We told you that was the same kind of interceptions and turnovers are live. That comes all the way back to the 25-yard line. I don't think that was the play that you want, but that's a lot of faith in that arm, but you throw it over to the middle of the field. You can get away with one down the sideline and going over the receivers, but when you try to chunk it in to a compacted end zone, that's where it's going to get tough on you too. And so store that away if you're Marksville, and that's what you're working out in things like this. Good job by Red River to put themselves in a position, and now you will see no slowdown out of this Bulldog offense. First down at 10. 3 to the top, 1 to the near side. They scrimmage from the 24. Back to pass, going after it all here. Down the seam. Good job defensively. That one is knocked away. We'll take a look at it one more time. 3 to the top, 1 to the near side. They scrimmage from the 24. Back steps into the pocket, gets away, down the ball away quickly. Good and that's job just pure timing is all that it is. And they work on that in 7-on-7s and work on it in practices. 2nd down and 10. They missed on their first pass of their first possession, ended up going 3 and out. Second possession, they've only had it. That's their 5th play here in this extended quarter. Again, we're not sure how much time is left on there. Snap is back. They'll dump it to the far side again. Makes a move to the inside. Ford brought down just for an 11-yard gain. Gets it out to the 35-yard line, and that is a Red River first down. No hesitation in this offense getting to the line. And again, the idea behind it is you get up there and you'll call your play. You wanting to keep the personnel that you have. If it's successful, keep that out there. Rolling to the near side. That one is just thrown out of the grasp of number 1 there and off into the Marksville side of it, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Second down, 10. Tied at 6 in this one. You see it on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Back to pass once again. They'll go down the little quick out, and that one is complete. They'll mark him out of bounds, say that he went out. Move the chains. It will be a first down to the 46-yard line. Red River will, of course, go tempo in this one. Again, lights have yet to come on out here as we near the 8 o'clock hour. And we had been told that there was an 8 p.m. drop dead leave time for the officials, and I don't know if that's still the case or not. If they do, you got about 7 minutes to go. So I don't see how that could be the case, or they would have cut out some of the others. The lights are starting to make their way on as that bank closest to the tennis courts and the expressway come on. First down and 10 from the 46-yard line. Quarterback keeper to the near side, and he is swallowed up by that interior line of Marksville. And that's what we saw. That's their 2nd sack of the game. Let's go back and look at that pressure one more time from them on. You'll see him first just come 10 right up the middle, 46-yard line. Nowhere to go. Quarterback keeper to the near side, and he is swallowed up by that interior line of Marksville. To the middle, back to live action. We go quickly. Snap is there. Pump fake coming to the near side now. Closing in's got to get around the corner, nearing the tackle in the 38-yard line, and not really wrapping up, but just trying to make a shoulder tackle. And that's not going to happen against this Red River team, as they can really get to the corners and fly when they get there. 38-yard line of Marksville is where the Bulldogs will have it. First down and 10. Line to gain is the 28-yard line. 3 to the top, 1 to the near side. Lone running back in the set. Ball bounces around, picked up. Here comes pressure, but dumped off to number 4, and we've seen him really run when he gets it. Goes down, and that time, that is a pretty good tackle. Goes in with the shoulder and makes that tackle. Bulldogs get the first down out to the Tiger 24-yard line is where they'll go. First down and 10. Red River again. Same set, goes quickly. Snap is back. Good protection. Going for it all. Pushing and shoving and bouncing around, and no call and no catch. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. Lights on one end of the field. Haven't quite made it down to this end of the end zone yet. It's where that hill is located. Closest to where the softball field, baseball, going to that side of the campus towards Alexandria is where that side of it is. South end zone. Second down and 10. Red River has it, looking to take the lead in this one. Because pressure off the outside, a little bit of a blitz there, and a stunt able to get out of it, cuts back inside, and going to get 5 yards out of that in a quick timeout taken by Red River, as we must be getting close to the end time. But if you look back at it again one time, as it looking
watch
to
the
take
blitz
the lead
you'll
in
see
this
him
one,
step up
because pressure off the outside, a little bit of a blitz.
That was your
there,
linebacker
and a stunt
that
able
came
to get out of
around.
it, cuts back
Let's
inside, run that back just a little bit.
And you'll watch him
come off lead in this one. That side, it watches the lead in this one. Because pressure off the outside, just comes a little bit of a blitz there,
unable to
and a
finish
stunt
it
able
off.
to get out of it, cuts back inside, and going to get 5 yards out of that. Turn a 1 or 2 yard loss into a 4 yard gain. It'll be third down and 6.
We give a sneak peek. Your 2026 edition. All these schools.
Back here we go, third down and 6. Time has to be running out because Red River was over there just quickly getting that timeout as soon as the play was over. From the 20-yard line they go, back to pass. Going for the end zone here. It's lofted up and into the end zone. Complete touchdown.
Pass complete to number 1 of the
Good looking play there. Let's take a look at it one more time. This is the one that puts Red River into the lead. 20-yard line they go. See him come back, and that's just that timing. Going for the end zone here. It's lofted up to your big guy, and he goes up and gets it there in the end zone. 12-6 in this one. Red River leads. Now, Marksville scored the first 2. Red River actually put a drive together then. I don't say actually, just they closed in their second possession on the 1-play touchdown. They'll go for 2 here. Snap is back there, going with the same play. Good pushing and shoving. That's knocked away, and that's just real good defense down there on that one. So you'll see. Just watch him go up at the end of this.
Going with the same play, good pushing and shoving. That's
away.
knocked
And you
away.
gotta
And
love,
that's just
real good defense seeing that down there. 12-6 here. As quick as Red River used that timeout, I've got to believe that time is, if not all the way expired, just about, because Pineville is making their way down onto the sideline. They will take on New Iberia, and they're lining up. That is going to do it. So that final play was the game winner. The touchdown makes it 12-6. Red River victorious in this one. We'll switch over and we'll have Pineville and New Iberia for you here in just a moment.
See some good football by both of those squads here. We wish Marksville Tigers and New Iberia Yellow Jackets all the best of the 2026 season. We'll see the Marksville Tigers in D.C. Bill Bates Stadium in the 2026 season. For the regular season. Rebels and Tigers, former district foes from back in the 1970s. Next up, the New Iberia Yellow Jackets and your Pineville.
Back here we go. Pineville and New Iberia will get set to go in this one. I told you, rolling right into it. Good job by Red River. Scored on the last play of the game in that one. 16-minute game. Looks like New Iberia will start out with it. New Iberia came out. You can see the size on those guys. That front offensive line for the Yellow Jackets is certainly a pretty big one. Again, I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports, and 446 Sports proud to bring you Pineville Rebel football all season long. You heard it here first. Brett Stallsby on production for us. Jason Crooks on camera. And delighted that you're here with us. New Iberia brings a man in motion. They'll drop back, handoff, play action. That one is up, and it is completed off to the races. 50, now 40, being chased and going to be brought down there. And a touchdown saving tackle, and quickly New Iberia. That is Donovan Williams that chases down in coverage, and just half the lights on tonight. First down and 10 from the 25-yard line. So a 40-yard reception there. Good motion around. Here comes pressure by the Rebels up the middle. The screen pass was blown up, and that was just tremendous pressure coming in from Pineville. Second down now and 10. You've got first on the side over there, but it's second down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Movement or motion again, and inside, that's another big first down. And boy, it is just hard to tackle there. That's going to be a 25-yard touchdown. Let's take a look at it one more time. And what you'll see is just that misdirection from the 25-yard line. When you run that veer-type offense and you're moving folks around, motion again, and inside, that's another big first down. And boy, it is just they're just hard to tackle there. That's going to be a 25-yard behind that big offensive line of New Iberia. Then it's difficult. I think that's the brightest light on that end of the field is the jumbotron that's down there. Misdirection again. That's a fullback dive and nothing doing there. So that'll push it back, and that PAT now is no good. So 6-0 in this one. New Iberia Senior High is on board. Let's take a look at that touchdown one more time. It's second down, and you'll see watch the misdirection out of this wing line. So they'll bring the wing off the right side, and once he gets going and inside, that's another big first down. And boy, it is just should have been able to get a stop right there. But we'll take a look now. That's going to be a 25-yard able to do. The ball rests at the 35-yard line. And this is Carter Smith that will be in at quarterback. We saw some explosiveness out of this Rebel group early on. That one's to Phillips there. Phillips gets to the near side. Phillips trying to get to the corner now. 45-50. 45 into New Iberia territory and will be driven out at the 34-yard line. Give him 29 yards. Or actually, he goes to the 36. So give him 29 yards on that first down. And Coach Justin Charles and this Pineville offense going tempo here. They'll have 3 to the top, 1 to the near side. Smith calls for it and then looks over to the near sideline. He's got Phillips in the backfield with him. Also keep an eye out for McQuarrie, number 9. That one is quickly over. That looks like number 23. Is that Kane Smart on that one, and that's just that's a quick hitter over there. They'll flip things over and stay to the wide side of the field. Smith calls for it quickly. Handoff goes up the middle. That going to be stopped after a 3-yard gain. That is Caleb Coleman that carries the ball there. Coleman, you'll see featured at running back this season for the Rebels. He is flanked off to the right side. Snap throw over to the near side. It bounces in front of Phillips. Actually, they're going to say that it bounced off his own hands and came up. He's not down yet. Gets into the end zone, and that's a touchdown. Camarion Phillips. Goodness gracious. Let's take a look back at that one again. And it looks to the near side. It was off the ground, but it wasn't actually. They're going to say that it bounced off his own hands. Spins around, won't go down. He's not down yet. Gets into the end zone, and that's a touchdown.
The Coney goes.
And that is the equalizer there. Makes it 6-6. They're on for the PAT with 14:26 to go. Handoff off to the right side, and that is good. That is the first 2-point conversion that we have seen happen tonight, but we'll get that updated on the scoreboard for you. And let's take a look at that last one more time. Yes, we'll take a look at that touchdown one more time. Caleb Coleman is in at quarterback now, is what we saw there. We're getting that update, and so there you have it. 8-6. Camarion Phillips. Goodness gracious. Let's take a look back at that one again. And it looks to the near side. It was off the ground, but it wasn't actually. They're going to say that it bounced off his own hands. Spins around, won't go down. He's not down yet. Gets into the end zone, and that's a touchdown.
The Coney goes.
And that is the equalizer there. Makes it 6-6. They're on for the PAT with 14:26 to go. Handoff off to the right side, and that is good. That is the first 2-point conversion that we have seen happen tonight. And we have the instant replay issue fixed on there, so you won't hear all of us talking over all of that anymore. Only took us a minute and a half to figure out. And the other game. Good pressure that time defensively. Ball comes out, and it's squibbing around. Pineville says they have it, and they do. The Rebels will pick that one up. Let's see if we have that again. No, we don't. We were just getting back set on it. So, see, spring game problems with all of us on here, but so Pineville back at it again. Opportunistic defense gets that turnover, and they will have it from the 45-yard line. And that ball just squibbed around about 10 or 12 yards. Calling for it quickly is Coleman. And they'll come over and get their timeout early on in this one. And again, each team gets one timeout in this quarter of this 16 minutes is all that they will get out of it. Well, very impressive that Pineville offense early on as they went right down the field. And then that's the one thing you want to do is turn around and get a stop and get the ball back. And they certainly did that. From the 45 go the Rebels in this one, going right to left, dark to light, as you will on here. You see the shadows that are jumping around on it. Snap is back. Handoff goes up the middle. Now off to the right side, looking for room. Not going to have anything. Second down and 6 following that 4-yard gain. Back to pass now, zips it over to the near side. It is complete. Needing the block and gets it. Boy, good looking work on the block by Phillips. And let's take a look, but keep your eyes
Pass now,
on
zips it over to this
near
block
side. It is
coming
complete.
up
Needing
right.
the block and gets it. Boy, good looking work.
Let's go back and look
Oh,
at it.
The block's complete.
Come
Needing
in
the
at your
block.
screen right there.
Off to the right side of it.
Good looking
Boy, that
work.
is good looking
on the
work.
block.
Let's get
by
back over to live action. Wasn't it nice on a replay that you didn't have to listen to us both times? 13:41 to go here in this one. Handoff goes up the left side, putting a head down, banging around in there, and going to have a injured Yellow Jacket on the field as this Rebel team. One thing that we've seen, and that's McQuarn that we talked about, Altavis, number 9. Keep an eye on him this season for the Rebels. Good, steady mixture with Phillips. You've got 2 real weapons that are there. And, of course, you've got Coleman, who has been in there at quarterback the entire way. And that puts out to the near side. Carter Smith is a wide receiver to the near side, is where he's at. And so you got 2 to the near side, nobody at the top. Watch for something up that way. Quick hitter this side, going to the short side and in and out of the hands of Phillips. And the coaches on the near side, that Rebel staff said, man, we had that one. In and out of the hands of Phillips. 13:29 remaining in this quarter. Much different than that Marksville Red River as Marksville drained a lot of that clock off. And these two teams content to get up and down the field. Snap is back there. Pass to the near side. It is complete to Smith. Smith has the reception. Good for, looks like 5 yards on it. It'll be 4th down and a yard. And I expect Coach Justin Charles and this Rebel team to keep that offense out and go forward here. Phillips is the slot, so keep an eye on him. Smith is the receiver out to the near side. Coleman looks things over, but they're just getting the yard marker set up. And it is 4th down and a long yard. Give them 2 on that. Again, the wide side of the field, pretty open. Watch for the inside. And see if they call it, if they call offsides or false start on it. You saw that defensive line just fire across, and it's going to be a false start on the Rebels, and that's about the only thing that's backed them up today. So make it 4th down and 7. Again, offense, of course, stays out there. Lone receiver to the far side. Back to pass again now. Just overshoots and, hammered by number 71 from New Iberia, and he takes an opportunity to exchange pleasantries there with Coleman before he heads off to the sideline. But that, when you look at a play call on 4th and 7 versus 4th and 2, that sure makes a lot of difference. And that's just one of the things that will frustrate you as a head coach is when you're rolling right along. And you can just about point to times when turnovers or when penalties change the momentum of it, and it certainly did. You talk about the Rebels that had it down on the 20-yard line or so, 22, and backed up. Now it'll be 1st and 10 for New Iberia from the 35. 12:45 to go. Snap is back there. Quick hitter down the seam is complete to 87. He turns and gets to the outside. Second down and 3 now out to the 42-yard line. So to the far side, the receivers spread out to the numbers, one to the near side numbers here. A lot of room to the far side. Here comes that wing. The ball is on the ground. Pineville looks like they've got another one. That ball just did not get into the hands of number 1. He's the one that had that big run earlier. This time unable to get it, and the right defensive end for the Rebels, I didn't get the number, fell on that one, and it's going to be the second turnover for Pineville. We'll see if they're able to cash in on this one. They'll have it first down and 10 from the 39.5-yard line. So when you start in plus territory following a fourth down turnover, then you certainly, or a turnover on downs, you'll certainly take that. That one I don't think was as much taking the ball away as that last turnover was, but the Rebels with the awareness to get on it. Here's a quick hitter to Phillips once again. He's very speedy when he gets off, and he's hard to bring down. He's out to the 25-yard line. Well, he'll have the first down. New silver helmets for the Rebels, it looks like. New look for them. Handoff goes up the middle. That is McCorn, and I'm telling you, he is going to be a serious back in 2-5A and in Central Louisiana this season. He's big and he's powerful, and he runs the ball well. He'll come out, and looks like Landon Melbert will be in at running back. He's going to get it off to the right side and shifts back to the middle. Actually, look, the only one that knew what was going on was Coleman, who had the ball. That was a great play action there. Fakes a handoff and just takes it off to the right side and gets it first down and goal from just inside the 10-yard line. 3 to the near side, 1 to the top. Snap is back. This time it is handoff up the middle. It gets to the 6-yard line, maybe the 6. Pickup of 3. It'll be second down and goal. Rebels looking to pay off this. Looking to pay off this turnover. See if they can cash in. Handoff off to the right side. Going to be just handled there as soon as he got to the corner. While we've got a moment, congratulations to the Pineville Lady Rebels softball team. Just a dominant performance through the playoffs a weekend or so ago, and they are the select Division I state champions. Run-ruled every opponent in the playoffs, and I don't think anybody had that figured out. But keep an eye out for our interview with head coach Allison Fry tomorrow. We'll also catch up on the signing of Pineville's graduate, Pineville senior, Pineville graduate, Kenzie Ingram, as she is heading down to LSU to cheer for the Tigers. Part of multinational championship cheer teams here at Pineville. And so we'll have all of that for you tomorrow, as well as some highlights from tonight's game. There is a pause here as there is an injured Rebel on the field, it looks like. And of course the camera out into the middle, we don't like to have that on by any means. $8:20 on your Wednesday night. Wednesday night it is. Spring game for Ash and St. Aug we'll have on the network. It will be Saturday. That game starts at 4 o'clock. Nick and Marshall will have that call for you. Brett will be over there as well. And we will have senior Louisiana Softball Coaches Association All-Star game. It is a senior All-Star game, and we'll have that game for you. And those are at 2 and at 4. So keep an eye out Saturday on the network, and you'll be able to see what all is going on. Young man down for a little bit, and we'll try to get some information on him as soon as we can. Looks like they're coming over to get the he's up and walking. That is McCorn that is coming off, and looked like they were going to get the cart, but he's walking off with the help of a couple of coaches, and certainly our prayers are with that young man. And they'll get the cart out there just to help get him off of the field, but he's not putting any weight on his lower left leg, and so without getting into any concerns about it, we certainly extend our thoughts and prayers to that young man that there's not anything really wrong with it, but again, not putting any pressure on it at all, and they'll get him on that cart and get him out. So that we believe, will end the night for Altavis McQuarn. He'll get a good hand from the folks here. And back to action we go. 3rd down and goal. Ball is from the 5-yard line, is where the Rebels will scrimmage. 11:05 remains here in this one. Snap is back. Handoff there delayed, but gave the offense an opportunity to go, and that's a touchdown, Rebels. Looked like Melbert who had it. Nope, that may be 33. We'll take a look at it after they get set up for the 2-point conversion, but the Rebels now up 14-6. PAT is pending. Of course, they'll go for 2. Handoff once again. Similar play. This time it is stopped shy of the goal line, and so the PAT is no good. 14 now, and let's take a look, if we can, back at this one. Trying to pick up a number on that young man on the replay. Snap is back. That is 33. Handoff there delayed, but gave the offense an opportunity to go, and that's a touchdown, Rebels, from earlier. So Jones with a 5-yard touchdown carry for the Rebels, and now they lead at 14-6. Back-to-back turnovers created by that Pineville defense, and they will get set and ready to go here. New Iberia trails in this one, 14-6. Back to pass. Here comes pressure again. That one thrown just off to the side, but good coverage. Again, keep your eye out over the summer. There's going to be a lot of 7-on-7. I know they have a league here at Louisiana Christian University that they'll have on. And a lot of these teams make their way around, and it just works the timing out between these quarterbacks and receivers and running backs and such. Here comes motion again, this time up the middle, and this time the Rebels respond with a stop in the backfield of 3 yards. Let's take a look back at it again and see the pressure. And they're starting to sniff this out as that interior line of quarterbacks and receivers and running backs and such. Here comes motion again, this time up the middle, and this time the Rebels respond with a stop in the backfield of 3 yards. Micah Roberts to come around, and he's staying with one. He is man on him. When he goes in motion, that's when Roberts will go that way as well. This time it is Roberts, the one that gets it, and there's that Rebel defense up the middle again. So they had some trouble with it the first time, and since then it's been pretty solid. It will be 4th down, and the forward progress will get them to the 32-yard line. But it looks like they're going to punt it away. So 18 will get them to the 50 and another 12. So the ball should rest at the 38-yard line when all settles down. And it will. 38-yard line is where the Rebels will have it with 9:42 remaining in this one, nearing the 8:30 hour. That one is ready to go. You see the lights at the expressway behind us, or we see them. You don't see them. We see them. Lights are down on both ends of the field now, so you can see what's going on there. The flip sides will the Rebels. Coleman calls for the ball. He's going to quickly dump it off out of the backfield. That's Phillips. Phillips met there at the line of scrimmage, but able to do what Phillips does and spin around and gets 4 yards out of it. It'll be 2nd down and 6. They'll give him 5 officially, make it 2nd down and 5 now. Same set for the Rebels, just different side of the field. Coleman calls for it. Now he takes about a 7-8 step drop and continues to get to the outside. Goes off his back foot and knew it just wasn't squared up. And I think that was more throwing it away than anything else. His intended receiver was Kelmarian Phillips, but he was unable to get to it. And it was high. And one of those, it would have just had to been a spectacular pass and catch to happen. And on the run, that's difficult. 3rd down and 5. The line to gain is the 45-yard line for Pineville. Folks are ready to be back in D.C. Bill Bates Stadium with the new look turf and the scoreboard, and man, it's good. Over there to the far side, going to pick up 4 yards on it. Going to bring 4th down and a yard short of it. Have to get to the 45, and that ball is going to rest, gosh, the nose of the football just over the 44-yard line. They'll sit it actually right on the 44. Offsides is going to be whistling. That'll be a free 1st down for the Rebels. Hard count from Coleman was able to get that. And that'll mark off. You can tell on the play before, you saw the defensive line all pointing over to Pineville. This time, the defensive line just put their heads down, and you knew that they had jumped on that one. 1st down and 10 now from the 49-yard line. A handoff to the right side. That is, again, Jones on the carry. He had the touchdown earlier. Actually will be a loss of 3 on the play. Make it 2nd down and 13. Well, our thoughts and prayers are with Altavis McQuarrie. He was carted off the field over to the near side. Phillips, that one does bounce on there, and very similar to the play that he scored the touchdown on, but was able to get his hands under that one. This one he was not able to do so. That will bring Landon Melbert back into the game. He'll swap places with Jones. Wide receiver to the far side is Preston Coburn. 3 receivers to the near side. Ball is snapped. Going over the top now. Got a man wide open, and that is Phillips. Phillips unable to bring it in. Ball right in his hands and bobbled out of it at the 26. Would have been a big-time gain for the Rebels, but 4th down and 11. And I expect the way that defense has been playing for Coach Justin Charles, they're going to keep that offense out there and not kick it away. When you are an offensive-based team, you want to take your reps and get your opportunity here. Look for one of those that they throw it down the field here that'll work. As you heard the cliche, it's as good as a punt. You could also see a quick kick. We've seen teams do that, so sit back and enjoy this one. Snap is back. He is going to run to the near side looking for room. He's got to tuck that and run. Spin move there. Hits the circle button, but is dropped, and that is going to not be listed as a sack. He does get back to the line of scrimmage, but that is just good defensive work, and attribute a lot of it to the secondary of New Iberia as they were able to shut things down defensively in the backfield and had nowhere to go. So that will be a turnover on downs. And it's going over the other way. 1st down and 10 plus territory for New Iberia. They are just 1 score out of this with 7.5 to go. Ball rests at the 47-yard line of Pineville. Snap is back there. Play action, looking for some movement, and just good defensive pressure over the top. That ball is knocked away, playing through the ball. Good work. That is number 13 that came and did that, and that is Zaylen Birdlong. And we saw him make some big plays in their scripted play, their set play session. And so Birdlong coming in out of that safety spot to make things happen. Second down now and 10 from the 47-yard line of the Rebels. Yellow Jackets go off to the left side, getting behind that big offensive line, and they're going to pound through for a first down to the 35-yard line. Touchdown and an extra point away from tying this thing up are the Yellow Jackets of New Iberia Senior High. Really the deepest penetration that New Iberia has had. Yes, they scored, but that was that 65-yard touchdown that they had earlier. This is the furthest that they've driven into Rebel territory. Back to pass now, being pressured, just going over the top, and had a man drifting out of the backfield. That was number 89, and just too tall to call, right over the outstretched hands. But had to do it to get it over the defensive back that was in there. And that looks like Daniel Coleman that was back defensively on that corner spot. Second down and 10. Ball rests at the 35-yard line. Rebels lead this one 14-6. You see that on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Motion again, but handoff goes up the middle. Boy, had a good running start, but that Rebel defensive line was right there to make a stop. And that's going to be third down. Certainly in 4 down territory, if you will, so they don't have to go get 9 yards here on this one, as they'll go for it on 4th down if that scenario presents itself. Clock continues to run under 6:20 now. 3rd down and 9 from the 33-yard line of the Rebels. New Iberia, the Yellow Jackets going left to right. Snap is back. Kind of delayed a little bit, and that one is complete out to number 1. Well, back in coverage was Birdlong that time, but unable to do it, as that was just good pitch and catch, and going to be into the red zone inside the 10-yard line, or down to the 10-yard line, and that'll be 1st and goal for New Iberia.
First and goal, 10-yard line for the Yellow Jackets.
Watch the Yellow Jackets to really try to grind away here. Good man coverage as pressure is coming up. Off to the left side, up the middle, looking for his second big carry. Gets it down to the 5-yard line. And when he comes off that wing, really is productive. Again, we don't have a roster. I hate to call them number 1 and number 10 and number 12 and such, but it's spring football. Delighted that we could be a part of this with you. Brought to you by Sabine State Bank and Wallace Eye Associates and Sadler's Towing and a lot of groups. That one bounces around. Jason Hawk Farm Bureau. Dumped in and caught in the end zone, and that's a busted play touchdown that we'll take a look at again. Watch the ball bounce around right here. Groups, that one the wherewithal to pick it up. Farm Bureau never stopping, just going off into the end zone, and caught in the end zone, and that's a looking for the equalizer now at 14-12 with 5:15 remaining. And New Iberia will try to even this thing out. We've only seen one PAT that has been made today, and that was the Rebels earlier. And we go back to that earlier game also, that 16-minute section between Red River and Marksville that ended 12-6 in favor of Red River. Sprinting out to the far side. Now they'll try to throw the slant, banged around in the air and knocked away. And good job defensively by the Rebels to knock that one away. And 5:15 to go
This nightcap of our 2026 spring game.
2026 spring game here at Louisiana Christian University. It was a four-way round-robin type of a setup. Red River and Marksville, New Iberia Senior High, and your Rebels of Pineville doing business. First and 10. That snap throw over to Phillips. Bobbles it again and is going to be dropped. Unable to hang on to it. And the last couple that have come Phillips' way, he's been unable to hang on to, and that's something that you got to get secured in this. Rebels will keep their offense. We don't expect them to slow it down any because you're still working on things. Handoff goes up the middle, and that's a new running back that we've seen now. That is Smart, it looks like. I have to see if that's number. Nope. We'll get which we see the front two on it. We'll have to get the back. Coming out, good job of escaping there, and boy, sidestepping, still on his feet inside Yellow Jacket territory, and that's a big time run there by Caleb Coleman. And that's Colton Duncan that is in there, is the running back. As I see him come off the field now, we believe it was 27, and it is. Well, that was just, that was completely Caleb Coleman on that play. Looked to the near side, and there was nothing there, so takes the ball back up the middle. I think we may have it. Let's take a look at it while they take this quick break. Sidestepping, still on his feet inside Yellow Jacket territory, and that's a big-time run there by First down and 10 for the Rebels, and that was a big conversion for them there. That puts them into New Iberia territory. That is a handoff off to the right side, and once again now that is Colton Duncan that's got it. Duncan off to the right side, picks up 6, 7 on the play. They'll keep giving them. Looks like the guy from the Price is Right on that cliffhanger game. He just kept going further and further. Second down and 3. Handoff once again. Duncan's got it off to the far side, but he is stopped there at the line of scrimmage and may get a yard on it. 4:17 and counting. Again, you can watch the Ash Trojans spring game Saturday. You can watch some softball all-star games on Saturday. Baseball all-star games are the Saturday following that. So keep it tuned to 446 Sports. Coming to the near side, and good-looking work there. Coleman just taking over. And that's you get him into that 4-minute offense type of deal. You want to be able to move the ball. You want to be able to keep it. But it looks like they've got them working a little tempo like they're behind, and I like the idea of working this scenario and not just sitting on the ball and trying to wind it out, because that does you no good. Again, a throw over here, and if we've seen anything that they'll have to work on some over the summer out of Caleb Coleman, it's throwing that out, because the one from the pocket to the numbers, he's had a little bit of trouble with tonight on getting it there. We've seen 2 of them go low to Phillips, and now that one low to the far side. 3 receivers to the top, 1 to the near side, bouncing off and just banging around out to the 21-yard line. Again, Duncan just continues to eat some yards up. Colton Duncan able to come in and chew up some yardage on there. We see Coburn come out quickly, go the Rebels, but you're going to look like illegal participation and offsides on the New Iberia team. They were trying to run the extra player off, but Pineville goes up there and snaps the football. So you'll get your choice, offsides or illegal participation. I think they whistled offsides. Or for those that are tuning in and say there's no offsides, it's encroachment, you get the idea. Snap is back, handoff is there, spinning around and diving back up the middle of the 15-yard line. So give him 2 yards on that carry. Came out of the wide receiver spot there. And again, that's Duncan that's just eating up some big, heavy yards. Being able to hand the ball to somebody that can just grind it away, that's certainly what you want to see. Well, a bobbled play, but the wherewithal there from Coleman just to tuck it in and run, and you just don't want to do anything that puts yourselves in danger. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third down. The clock does continue to run. Pineville still treating this like they're trailing in this game, getting ready to check back in and come in is Daniel Coleman. We see him sprint to the far side. Looks like they're looking for a big target, and you almost have to think, watch the fade into the corner. He's got about 6 to 8 inches on that cornerback that's out on him. Play action is there, and what do you know? There goes the fade to that corner. 50-50 ball, but looky there. Going up and making that play defensively is the corner, the undersized, but he goes up, and let me tell you something. You've got heart and you've got focus. You get up and you go play it, and that's what the immeasurables don't tell you. You get some guys that are, and I air quote, and I hate to air quote, undersized in this game. Their ability to play takes over all of that. 4th down and 9 from the 18-yard line. Rebels have to get to the 8. So they're from the 20, they're from the 17. Play action there. They'll run the other way, directing traffic. Coming up, and that one is into the end zone. And that was completely made by just a lot of folks on there. The escapability of Caleb Coleman, the offensive line buying some time. And then big number 17, Daniel Coleman, able to go up and get that one. Let's take a look at it one more time. Now, and you will see we're going to get over. We'll get back and we'll look at that one here in just a sec. Back to live action we go. Off to the right side and back inside is Duncan. The 2-point conversion is good. 22-12. Rebels lead this one. And that will, in essence, put it away. Let's go back a play earlier and take a look at it. And you see the adjustments. That's where part of our ordeal is. We got it backwards there. We'll get Daniel Coleman. We see quickly. Anyway, we'll have that on the highlights for you. First down and 10 for New Iberia. Rebels with a 10-point lead, 1:44 to go in this one. So the Rebels, I think, did everything that they wanted to do in this one. Got a couple of turnovers defensively. Didn't pay one of them off, and they'll work on cleaning that up. Of course, we'll also check on the status of Altavis McQuarn. Ball is picked up. Yeah, coming around. Rebels not done yet. That is their 3rd turnover, and we'll have to, may not be able to look at that one again. Let's see if we can do this. We'll work on cleaning that up. Of course, Michael Roberts will just come off the status of Watch that pass that's thrown there, and Roberts just comes up and grabs it, and then off to the left side he goes. Coming around and right in here spins.
Not done yet.
And that is their 3rd turnover, and we'll have to. So just as we talked about 2 turnovers and the Rebels were happy with what they've done, Roberts comes in and gets that one. And, boy, what big-time work there. And we will get a chance to talk to Coach Justin Charles post-game. We'll visit with him some in the studio. Have you seen the dugout? Make sure that you check that out. Our interview is live from the dugout. That is our new studio that we have, and delighted for you to see what's going on there. Podcast opportunities. If you are looking for, you've got something to say and you just don't have anywhere to say it or way to get it out, we've got that for you. Landon Melbert, carries that one. Clock continues to run at 1:20. Rebels will try quickly, and again, this is not about running any score up. This is simply about working on things in a spring game, which is what you absolutely want to do. Handoff is there up the middle. Spun around, and that'll be dropped, so it'll be 3rd down and goal. Down under a minute to play in this one. Rebels trying to, I don't think they're going to throw towards it, and they'll let some clock run off of here as well. As we go down under 40 seconds in the 2026 spring game. Handoff goes up the middle. That'll stop it, and that should be the final play of this 2026 spring game. Rebels 22, New Iberia Senior High 12 in this one. They'll get the win. Red River knocks off Marksville 12-6. We're delighted that you were here and were a part of this with us. Final play. Going to be a handoff up the middle, off to the right side, and that will do it. He stopped shy of the goal. No, he's not. He's into the end zone. What a tremendous play. My goodness. Just continues. Let's turn around and look at that one more time. As you'll see him just continue to fight off to the right side. That is Landon Melbourne. He says, look, I'm not going to be denied. No, he's not. He's into the end zone. This one. What a tremendous play. So my officially, goodness. It's going to end 28-12 in this one. That's your final score. Rebels on top. Impressive spring game for the Rebels. Very opportunistic defense, and their offense along the way did a great job with it as well. Guys, we will see you over the summer sometime. Delighted that you're joining us again. If you like baseball, if you like softball, we're not done yet. Also, we've got spring football on Saturday. Tune in at 4 o'clock. You'll see a big one. It is Alexandria. It is St. Aug. Two teams that expect to battle for the Select Division I championship in the fall. Guys, that is going to do it for Jason Crooks. For Brett Stallsby, I am Doug Gann. For Randy